I need the energy all the way up, all the way up, all the way up. I need the energy all the way up. From the bottom now, I'm blowing up.
Look at that. That is spectacular.
That's amazing.
I need the energy all the way up.
Oh, my goodness.
No, he didn't. Gentlemen, that's gorgeous.
Hello, basketball fans. You've got it on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you an exciting NBA basketball game. Kevin Harlan here, and I'm joined by Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg with David Aldridge on our sideline. A moment now to check out some numbers for Stephen Curry.
And guys, it hasn't been pretty for him in the past 5 games. He's having one of those scoring slumps that all players go through at some point in the season. But I know he hadn't lost his confidence, and I expect this young man to get after it here tonight.
And with tip-off coming up, we've got just enough time to hear from our good friend David Aldridge on the sideline. D.A., take it away.
Well, Kevin, thank you. And Kevin Porter Jr. has a new start with the Rockets. His game has been compared to James Harden's. Porter said, being a lefty, creating off the dribble, that extra swag with the step back, I couldn't ask for a better comparison, honestly. He's unguardable. And Porter Jr. should know, guys, he's the youngest ever to drop a 50-point double-double with assists.
That was an impressive performance. David, thank you for that story. A lot of experience on the floor tonight, Greg. How does that shape what we're about to see, do you think?
Well, Kevin, guys are going to play smart, and they're going to be in position to make plays. So this could come down to just who makes more of the big shots.
Here's the starting group for Houston. Out on the perimeter, Green and Gordon. Jayshawn Tate out there with Christian Wood. And it's Porter in at the point. And for the Warriors. And the old core of this team out there, Curry and Clay as guards with Draymond at 4. Looney out there with Wiggins. Curry against Porter. Here's Thompson. And the first shot of the night for him, missing. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for the Rockets. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Sacramento.
I mean, they went into that one with the thought that they may have a chance. No.
It wasn't pretty. That's definitely the case. I mean, I know they'd like to scrub that game from their memories and actually erase it from the hard drive.
And so the Houston Rockets get the first points of the ball game. Pass to Green. Back to Curry. Fires from deep. Buries it from three-point range.
And, you know, for a big man, I think Green is one of the better dime droppers in the league. I mean, he's a true point forward who has excellent vision and sees the floor well.
Something we've seen the last few years. Boxing ones thrown at Curry, although they've had mixed success. And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
And Thompson gets it to go. And amazing to even consider using a box and one in the NBA, isn't it, Greg? But Curry does that with his offense to the teams that defend him.
Kevin, I agree. And it did work well in the 2019 finals. Curry has started to adjust to that look. Much harder to use when Curry has other options on offense.
And here is Curry following Jalen Green's 3. Goes up the baseline, and Wiggins with the basket on the assist by Green.
And for Wiggins to take another step forward, he must improve as a shooter. So this is good to see.
Thompson with it, and it's Gordon picking him up, and it's the Warriors on the break that gives them the lead. Curry's got 6.
Boy, they're on fire right now, cooking with gas, starting this one out 4-5.
Wiggins against Gordon. Down low, it's deflected. Wiggins surveying the floor. And the Warriors tack on 2 more.
There's the athleticism of Wiggins, which is hard to miss. I mean, he's got forward momentum going, able to stop and then pop.
Now here's Porter. His last outing, 16 points for him. There's 21 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Curry.
Rockets ball. Substitution for the Rockets.
6 to shoot. Brooks kicks to Tice. Knocks down the 3 ball.
And this is how you want to start the ball game. 4 for 4 from the field. Seems like they're right on point and can't miss.
Curry passes to Poole. Fires the 3. And another 3 for Golden State.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
And that does it for the first quarter. Warriors ahead, up by 4. Live from Chase Center, you're watching 2K Sports. And this Warriors team has an interesting mix of championship vets with hungry young players. Andrew Wiggins spoke about that great dynamic.
The best on our team love to teach. The good player, they're always telling us why we did it, why you should do this, why you should do that. So it's been a lot of learning and also been very exciting for the young players.
Agreed. No doubt Wiggins has been soaking up that wisdom. Greg stepping up his game in the process.
Yeah, a big culture shift coming from Minnesota, and he's blossomed under the tutelage of these Hall of Famers.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
You know what, guys? It looks to me like they're really in sync here, all on the same page. They've already got a bunch of assists.
And also, they're jumping on a lot of turnovers, making sure they turn them into points at the other end.
In a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. Setting the floor for the Warriors. Curry and Poole have the guard spots. Then it's Otto Porter Jr. Then it's Nemanja Bjelica. And it's Toscano in at the power forward position. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. When you know you're on a championship contender, how hard is it to maintain focus this time of year?
Some of that depends on the leadership you have in the locker room. Certain guys that have an ability to keep everyone engaged and motivated and also loose and light in that locker room. So it does matter.
Here's Brooks following the score by Golden State. And Matthews kicks to Brooks. Matthews against Porter. That's good, and the Warrior lead is cut back down to 7 after the points coming from Matthews. Brooks against Curry. Takes a 3. Another 3 for Golden State.
And that makes it 2 3-pointers in the quarter so far and 4 for the game.
And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets. Last time in San Francisco, they lost to the Warriors.
And their last time out against this club, turnovers really did them in. Just way too many mistakes.
Yeah, sloppy play sabotaged them. I mean, they'll have to be much more focused this time around.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Looney's checked in for Bjelica. Draymond Green comes in for Toscano Anderson. Andrew Wiggins, he's checked in for Porter. And it's Thompson in for Curry. There's Porter with the 3. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Porter's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. 58 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Poole finds Green. Golden State moving it around. And out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession.
Rockets basketball.
And a moment now to check out who the Warriors have coming up on their schedule. On Sunday, they'll take on Karl Anthony Towns and the Minnesota Timberwolves. And then on Tuesday, they'll go back home and they'll be hosting the Detroit Pistons.
And guys, this is the kind of stretch of the schedule that you dream of. Winnable games at home against opponents you know you have a talent advantage over. It would take a lot for this team to not be successful over this stretch.
Here's Wiggins after the Rockets pick up 3. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. The shot is good, and so is his shooting tonight. 3 for 4.
Boy, Wiggins does it in so many different ways. That scoring versatility of his, special. This time he got it done in the painted area.
Now here's Gordon. His last outing, 16 points for him. Releases. And Houston again with the bucket.
Love seeing Gordon work in the pick and roll. Great at pulling up to shoot once the screen comes his way.
And that's it for the first half of action in what's been a very close game here. Warriors lead by 4. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much, Steve. A good rhythm for you in the first half. What do you like most about how your team's competing?
Just like the ball movement, you know, the drive and kick. Our guys have played really well together. Just trying to move the ball, get a great shot.
We'll see if you can keep the ball flying around as we continue. Thanks. Back to you guys.
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
Hey, folks, and welcome. This first half has been the Stephen Curry show. He has just been everywhere.
He's been excellent so far, shooting with great efficiency, carrying the offense. They have to be talking about him in the locker room, thinking how they can stop this guy.
And later on, some more NBA action to look forward to. Here are the games coming up. The Nuggets playing at Ball Arena as they go up against the Lakers. Tip-off is 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific.
I prefer an even fight. Should be a good one.
That is more than enough of us. Let's send you back to the game. Kevin Harlan and crew with the second half.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Curry has been sensational.
Yeah, he's just been raining down on him from deep here. Talk about dialed in.
Well, you know, the stroke looks fantastic. Even when he's had a hand in his face, it hasn't affected him at all.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. And so in the game for the Rockets. Porter in the backcourt with Green to his side. Jason Tate out there with Gordon, and it's Wood in at the center.
Boy, Gordon's such a natural scorer. Wherever he is on the floor, he knows how to score the ball. This guy is some kind of offensive player.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. The Houston Rockets are rebuilding. And that's a hard pivot for a team that, until last season, was pursuing titles. The new front office has been candid. It's presented challenges as they look to go young and stack up draft picks. They plan to make constant bets on unproven talent as they build toward the future. Kevin?
All right, David, thank you.
That's simply an outstanding play, working the size mismatch right at the rim.
Well, something, Greg, we can't take for granted. It's nice just to see Klay Thompson out on the floor.
No doubt, Kevin. And, you know, the NBA is just a better league with a healthy Klay Thompson. Makes this team more fun to watch. Good for humor and one incredible performance a year.
Here's Thompson after Eric Gordon's bucket. Count it. Good.
How about the body control Thompson has? Used to taking punishment and still able to convert.
Outside, Green, the three, and another three for Houston.
Sensational ball movement there. When you pass the ball like that, good things happen.
Curry against Porter. The pass to Wiggins. Over Gordon. And it's Wiggins missing.
Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half.
2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. Porter against Curry. And the rejection by Curry. In the corner, it's Wiggins. Over Gordon. And Wiggins gets it to go on the assist by Green. 8 points for Andrew Wiggins.
Oh, wow. 4 of 5 to start the half. Coming out on fire.
And the wide open shot from Green. And another three for Houston.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Yeah, and they either have been unwilling or unable to take that shot away.
Here's Looney. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. Good D by Wood.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Kicks it out to Gordon. Outside, Porter. For the tie. And another three for Houston. It's a tie game in San Francisco. And do not go away, as we'll be back in just a few moments with the start of our fourth quarter coming up next. Now let's listen in to head coach Steve Kerr.
Keep everything sharp. Keep the cuts hard. Cutting through contact. Passes sharp. And the ball's going to fall for us. We can't give up the easy ones down here, right?
Well, you can tell that he wants his team to be precise with their decision-making.
Kevin, he's aware of just how special they are when they play smart and play together.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. So with Wiggins sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. They've got Iguodala. Bielitsa is out there with Otto Porter Jr. Then there's Payton, and it's Poole in at the shooting guard position. And here is Brooks after the three-pointer from Andre Iguodala. Tice with the screen on Iguodala, and it's Bielitsa with the foul. That's his first foul.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
No problem for me with that call. I mean, he was still sliding right there.
And the Warriors making a change here. Toscano's checked in. Warriors on D. They've led by as much as 10. Tipped away. It's taken away by Payton. Poole on the wing. Porter a screen on Green. Here's Poole, and they pick up two. Now it's a 5-point Warrior lead. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle steps for the Warriors.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ballgame.
And I also love what they've done defensively in terms of closing out to the shooters, getting a hand up, just making them feel a little uncomfortable on the offensive end.
Now here's Porter. Poole up top. Shot clock at 5. Good, and a nice assist from Porter. And the Warriors lead by 7.
Making the correct read right there. Otto Porter showing you his basketball IQ.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there. Earned those free throws.
At the line for the Rockets, Jalen Green taking 2 shots.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second. Different look here for the Warriors. Looney's checked in for Toscano Anderson. Draymond Green comes in for Otto Porter Jr. Wiggins is checked in for Andre Iguodala. And Stephen Curry subbed in for Payton. That's good, going 1 of 2 from the line, and that trims the lead to 6.
Not nearly as productive a trip to the line as he'd have liked. They need all their free throws to go down at this point.
Green with a screen for Curry. And another 3 for Golden State.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
Yeah, I'd be confident too. As a matter of fact, I mean, if you're stacking up threes the way he is, I mean, he's doing all this work from behind the arc.
Now here's Green. 59 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Tice kicks to Green. Shoots. Bullseye.
Jalen Green.
They're this close to putting it away.
Yeah, they don't need to do anything special. Just take time off the clock.
They double team Curry. Shot clock at 6. Golden State needs to get off a shot. No problems knocking that one down. Bulls got the lead up to 10 now for the Warriors.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback diminished.
Another bomb for him right now. His three-point shooting might be the key to cutting that lead.
I don't think there's any question about it. I mean, as long as he keeps knocking them down, they might as well keep going back to the well. No reason to let it run dry. Keep firing that thing.
Here's Poole. So we see the Warriors get the win here. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds.
Yeah, and for me, Kevin, what stood out is just the overall trust this group has in one another when it mattered most. Doing what had to be done and to send these fans home happy.
And we've got David Aldridge standing by on our sideline with the player of the game. David, it's all yours.
Thanks very much, Draymond. One of the cliches of basketball is that the ball finds energy. When teammates are making shots, does that give you more energy?
Yeah, it does. You know, when we're in the flow, the ball's just moving around. It allows me to play make, and then I just try to find an open gap and take the shots where they are.
Man, it was really flowing tonight, man. Congrats on the win. Back to you.
All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. As we present our New Balance Player of the Game, Stephen Curry.